First family healthy lifestyle and edutainment radio station 107.3 Darling FM. Hello and welcome to the world news. I am Chidera. Rosecamille, Aneke. Here are the headlines. Isialangwa lawmaker calls for disciplinary action on Senator Smart Adeyemi over his verbal assault on Governor Okezie Ikpeazu. River State Police Command disbands Eagle Crack Unit over the illegal activities of 8 men. United States President bombs Syria. Details shortly. Member representing Isialangwa North-South Federal Constituency in the House of Representatives Darlington Wokocha has called on the Senate to discipline Senator Smart Adeyemi representing Kogi West Senatorial District. The lawmakers' growls for calling for Senate's move against Adeyemi followed his verbal assault on the governor of Abia State, Okezie Ikpeazu. Senator Adeyemi had during the Senate plenary labeled Abia State Governor as a champagne drunkard, but in a statement which Honorable Darlington Wokocha, he described Adeyemi's outburst as a legislative idiocy, hence he should be disciplined. Honorable Wokocha said the integrity of the upper legislative chambers will be at stake if nothing is done to demote Adeyemi, noting that his abuse was a breach of legislative provisions. The lawmaker believes that the Kogi senator has a mental issue, saying if he recovers, he should mobilize his kinsmen to Umuahia to seek forgiveness. Two bills, including a law to repeal Owerri Development Authority and the law to repeal Mbadiwe Polytechnic, have scaled through first reading in the Imo State House of Assembly. The two bills were sponsored by the member representing Oru West State constituency, Honorable Dominic Ezerioha, and the member representing Ikeduru, Honorable Uche Obuago, respectively, which was presented on the floor of the House during plenary.
The Owerri Capital Development Authority Edit Number 2 of 1977 and enact a law making provisions for reorganizing the structure and management of the Owerri Capital Development Authority and other related matters. First reading. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
A bill for a law to repeal the Owerri Capital Development Authority Edit Number 2 of 1977 and enact a law making provisions for reorganizing the structure and management of Owerri Capital Development Authority and other related matters has been received, deemed to have been read the first time.
Mr. Speaker, this is a bill for a law to repeal the K.O. Mbadiwe Polytechnic, R.on.D.s of Law Number 5 of 2019.
A bill for a law to repeal the K.O. Mbadiwe Polytechnic, R.on.D.s of Establishment Law Number 5 of 2019 and other related matters, also adjourned to 25th March 2021.
The Speaker, Paul Emeziam, however, adjourned the bills for second reading on the 25th of March 2021. Federal Road Safety Corps FRSC Imo State Command has decried high rate of non-renewed driver's licenses and vehicle papers among vehicle owners in the state. Addressing journalists in Owerri, the state capital, Sector Commander of FRSC, Onamusi Joseph, cited that the command observed fake number plates around.
Over time, our record shows that people are not renewing their vehicle papers and driver's licenses, and we also observe that there are a lot of fake numbers around. In view of this, we had a meeting with the chairman, Internal Revenue Services of the state. Consequently, His Excellency directed that we should conduct this enforcement. Well, they will be arrested and will be made to do the needful. If it's your driver's license, you will be asked to go and do your driver's license. If it is your number plate or your vehicle paper, you will be forced to go and do same.
He reassured that the process of bringing culprits to book is a continuous process.
Our target is to encourage people and to force them also to see that they do the needful. Road taxes, we cannot afford to leave people evading road taxes. Yeah, if we are able to apprehend anybody with fake documents, such person or group of people will be charged to court. Yeah, it's indefinite. As long as our data shows that people are not doing the needful, we will continue. It is an indefinite program. It continues until we realize that yes, we've met our target. We have a target, and until we meet it, we will not stop. All over the state, we are going to expand more as time goes on.
The FRSC Imo State Sector Command also noted that the command is working with the Imo State Board of Internal Revenue Service, IRRS, to this effect. Abia State government has warned against launching of rival cult clash allegedly being planned by the Vikings and Black Axe confraternity in some parts of the state. In a statement issued by the state's Commissioner for Information, John Okiyi-Kalu, the government directed security agencies in the state to ensure the abolishment of such planned activities by deploying lawful measures. The commissioner called on parents and guardians to monitor the activities of their children and wards to ensure that they were not available as willing tools to carry out the nefarious activities. According to the statement, the government urged citizens and other residents of the state to go about their normal businesses as measures have been put in place to ensure their safety. Zamfara State Police Command says about 317 students were abducted from the government girls' science secondary school, Jangebe, in Jangebe, Zamfara State. In reaction to the developments, the Zamfara Police Commissioner Abutu Yaro said a joint search and rescue operation is already underway with a view to rescuing the 317 students kidnapped by the marauders.
To be calm and allow the security forces to do the need. Unnecessary anger is unhelpful at the stage where all of us are angry, all of us are sad. But despite that, we need to have a coordinated response in order to save the lives and bring the children back home. So, expression of anger at this stage. Yeah, there's information that they were moved to neighboring forests, and we are tracing them, exercising caution and care. That is still part of the unverified intels available. We're working on all available intels in order to ensure that they return back to safety.
CP Yaro said the Force Commander Operations had a ring Daji, Major General Aminu Bande, Brigade Commander 1 Brigade Nigeria Army Gusau, and other state government officials led a heavily armed reinforcement team to Jangebe to complement the ongoing rescue operation in the locations where the students were believed to have been whisked to.
Criminality is a galloping situation. Therefore, the tendency for traces of criminality to ebb up and come low is always there. But the bottom line of it all is that at the end of the day, we hope to have a situation of more positives than negatives.
The commissioner, while interfacing with the principal of the school and the parents, appealed to everyone to be calm as joint efforts of the police and other security agencies will surely lead to a successful rescue of the students. Rivers State Police Command has disbanded one of its tactical units, Eagle Crack Unit, over the illegal activities of its men. The E-Crack unit became the new special anti-robbery squad because of their notoriety, especially with regard to the violation of human rights. The E-Crack unit also currently occupies the building of the defunct F0 SARS at Rupoku, Obiopo local government area of Rivers State. However, in a swift reaction to the several complaints of residents of Rivers State, the new commissioner of police, CP Friday Eboka, disbanded the E-Crack. CP Eboka said the decision was taken after a meeting with his management team. The command, in a statement, said the dissolution is coming on the heels of complaints of unprofessional conduct exhibited by personnel of the unit. General Manager of Lagos State Traffic Management Authority, Olajide Odruyoye, says the agency will employ body camera technology as part of measures to ensure offenders are apprehended with solid evidence. Speaking on a TV program, the LASMA GM said Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu is working towards helping the agency acquire the necessary technologies to checkmate traffic offense within the metropolis. He disclosed that some persons who violate rules often remove traffic signs to deliberately disobey road laws.
Well, I'm glad you said that. Of course, the technology is the way to go. Our governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, it's very, very on top of that. He approved the deployment of technology for us to improve our communication last year to 2020. This year, we're definitely opening in the next few weeks to start what you would say non-approachable offense dealings. That means we're going to be having body cameras and officers to capture incidences because things happen so fast and you don't really have time to say, okay, let me get my camera out and everything. But if you have your body camera on that is recording, then you can capture all sorts of different things that you can use against typical offenders.
He also cautioned road users in Lagos to obey traffic laws and accept the consequences of their actions if they're apprehended for flouting the rules of the road. This is 107.3 Darling FM Owerri. If you are just joining us, you are listening to the world news. In the news, Isialangwa lawmaker calls for disciplinary action on Senator Smart Adeyemi over his verbal assault on Governor Rosecamille Bazu. Rivers State Police Command disbands Eagle Crack Unit over the illegal activities of its men. Still to come, United States President bombs Syria. Still ahead is business. Stay tuned.
Missed any of the developing stories during the week? Do you want to get up to speed with the news? Tune in to the People's Radio 107.3 Darling FM at noon every Saturday for the Week in Review. The Week in Review, reminding you of the week's stories today.
Thank you for staying with us here on 107.3 Darling FM. Now to the foreign scene. United States President Joe Biden has directed U.S. military airstrikes in eastern Syria against facilities belonging to what the Pentagon said were Iran-backed militia. The strikes were a calibrated response to rocket attacks against U.S. targets in Iraq. Because they were limited in scope, they potentially lowered the risk of escalation. Biden's decision to strike only in Syria and not in Iraq, at least for now, also gives the Iraqi government some breathing room as it carries out its own investigation of a February 15th attack that wounded Americans. Pentagon spokesman John Kirby said President Joe Biden's direction. U.S. military forces earlier this evening conducted airstrikes against infrastructure utilized by Iranian-backed militant groups in eastern Syria. There was no official comment from Syria on the strikes, but state-owned Ekbariya TV quoted its reporter in Deir al-Zor as stating that strikes had taken place at dawn against several targets near the Syrian-Iraqi border. In business, United Nations says Nigeria is moving in the right direction economically, but its movement is not fast. Deputy Secretary General of the United Nations, Amina Mohammed, said this during a meeting at the headquarters of the Federal Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment in Abuja. She said the challenges in Nigeria were huge, its population large, but described the country's economy as great with lots of opportunities. The UN scribe stated that after traveling by train and through various roads in northern parts of Nigeria, she discovers that the roads were motorable, although there were ongoing repairs on some of them. She said the UN recognized the reforms in Nigeria and other nations, adding that the common global agenda was the Sustainable Development Goals. Mohammed commended Nigeria's quick response to the COVID-19 pandemic as she expressed hope that the arrival of the vaccines would be the beginning of the end of COVID-19. On his part, the Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment, Aneke Adebayo, told his guests that the federal government was working hard to make Nigeria the entrepreneurial hub of Africa. And that's the world news as produced by Ezinne Glory Alozie. You can reach our news desk for coverage and eyewitness report on 0818 732 5104 or send an email to darlingfmnews@gmail.com. You can also listen to Darling FM from anywhere in the world. Go to www.darlingfm.ng and click to listen. Stay safe and don't forget to wash your hands with soap under running water and use a face mask if you must go out. I am Chidera, Rosecamille, Aneke. News update is at 5 p.m.